Hi, moms and dads. Dr. Nicole here with another family-friendly tech tip. Do you worry about social and relationship problems for your child as a result of spending time on screens and devices and social media? Are you concerned that your child's becoming so immersed in a digital world and with friends and people online that they aren't learning how to engage and develop relationships in the real world? These concerns are legitimate. Research shows us that overuse of devices, screen time, digital media like video games and social media, they can negatively impact social development for kids. Cyberbullying is another social and relational concern, and many children and teens experience the negative impacts of that, especially as they start to spend more time on social media platforms. But on the flip side, we also have studies showing us that time spent on digital media can be helpful for social development. It can help support the development of relationships, and it actually exposes kids to peers with similar interests or in parts of the country and the world that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. So there's pros and there's cons. What can we do as parents to help our kids get the positive benefits of device use without the problems? So I've got a few tips for you. The first is to make sure that you're setting and enforcing limits on device use and digital media to make sure that your kids have a balance of time spent on screens as well as off screens. You want to make sure that they have enough time for in-person social engagement to develop healthy social relationships, healthy social behaviors, and to prevent isolation and loneliness. Because even when kids are engaging with friends or other people online or through video games, we know that they tend to feel more isolated, more lonely, and more depressed the more time that they spend immersed in digital media and online. So something to keep in mind there. You also want to make sure that your kids are learning how to communicate with people other ways than just texting and through social media and messaging. You want to make sure that your kids are able to communicate using the phone, using in-person communication. What we're seeing now in studies that are done is that many teens and young adults don't want to communicate even for things like job applications or with family members unless it's done through text or messaging. So you want to make sure they have skills for that. Talk regularly with your kids about their relationships with peers, both online and offline. By opening up those channels of communication helps identify concerns that there might be about a lack of real world and real life relationships. This ongoing communication is also really important so that you as a parent can become aware if there are concerns related to inappropriate content or cyberbullying that could be negatively impacting your kids. And by talking about that, opening up the channels of communication, it makes it much more likely that kids will talk about that so that we can help them through that. And then finally, our modeling as parents is critical so that our kids can learn healthy relationship skills and device habits. We need to make sure that they see us spending time in quality face-to-face interaction with other people, that we're not immersing ourselves just in digital or online or device-focused relationships, but spending time with people in our family, in our workplaces, and with friends. So when we model that, it helps our kids to develop those healthy relational kinds of behaviors. So those are some practical tips for you. I hope that they help you consider some ways to support your child's social development and relationships. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for more family-friendly tech tips.